Welcome to Rise and Shine. My name is Coach Lacy. Be sure to hit the subscribe button wherever you find me at on the wild web. It's Thursday. Take a deep breath wherever you're at in the world and in your heart. Just know that you are loved and that there is a divine design and a calling on your life. And today, whatever you're sitting with, just put it down for a second and take a deep breath and anchor in. Anchor into your wellness and anchor into your heart and anchor into your spirituality and everything that makes you human. And if you don't know where to start, just start somewhere, move your body. Today, I want to talk about something that happened to me that elicited an emotional response inside myself and how I chose to handle it. On one of my posts, someone left a nasty comment, and I haven't gotten a lot of nasty comments yet, but I am starting to get them. So, and this nasty comment attacked my looks, and it said that I would look better if I had lip fillers, and then I didn't have like a top lip. And whoa. Hmm. That I'm not gonna lie, man, that hurt my feelings. That really, really hurt my feelings. That hurt my lip fillers. Um, and it was like, damn, what's up your, like what's your problem? And taking a look at that person's profile, I could see what their problem was. Clearly, I couldn't really, it was just some dude that obviously needed to go on a fitness journey of his for himself and like, who knows? I don't want to be judging, but it was rude and it hurt it hurt my feelings. And for a minute I was like, what in the heck? Am I, what the heck? Do I need to get lip fillers? Do I need to, go get, and I went down the plastic surgery road of like, I'm too fat and need to get rid of this, that, and the other thing. And no, I need to go get my nails done. And no, now I need to, color my hair and all of these things. And, um, and I am, full disclosure, I am more natural, and I am freaked out by things like lip fillers and, going under the knife for cosmetic reasons. And I've been under the knife before, but I don't want to go, like, why would I want to go put myself in anesthesia in a weird hospital with like weird, like, no, it just doesn't sound appealing to me. And I'm not just so that I can look a certain way, and I just don't. It's like, why don't I just go to the gym then? Why don't I just go work out? Why don't I actually just like go take care of myself a little better? And it's like, okay, well, maybe this is a call to just take care of myself a little better and not start spiraling down this like, oh my gosh, I look terrible, and I look at myself. And I know that I have like small lips. Like I know that I'm not like full, as voluptuous as some women in certain, areas, and my hair is going gray and I don't have nails right now, and I've got some wrinkles and whatever. I'm like almost 40. I'm 39 years old, like, hey, I think I look great for being 40. And like that's like, I mean, I look a lot better than girls I went to high school with who are really trying, like, and I'm not trying that hard. I mean, I anchor in, and I do what I need to do. And naturopathic medicine. And frankly, I don't know what's in those lip fillers, and I don't want to inject I will not inject anything into my body that's weird and has some sort of weird lip fillers and shit. Why would I do that? You know? So I went down that rabbit hole, and it's like, stop. Like, first of all, where is this person hurting that they would be so hateful to come on somebody they don't know's profile and say something rude, and then go through my pictures and laugh at them and go through my posts and laugh at them. And it's like, okay, like you're just laughing at me because you think you know what my political standing is. And that's just really annoying too, because everybody thinks they know, right? Everybody thinks they know what your political standing is. Yeah, well, they don't. And I don't walk with the popular normal people. I'm not surface level. I'm not into luxury things. Sure, that's cool, whatever, but I don't really give a shit. Like I don't like even if I had a ton of money, I like stuff like Chanel or whatever. I don't care. Like it's probably made in a Chinese factory by little children. Like you're contributing to the abuse of children like in a lot of these brand names. I care about contributing to causes and contributing to helping, anti-human trafficking and things of that nature. That's what I care about. I don't really give a shit about yachts or whatever. So I'm not going to sit in somebody's, oh, you need to have lip fillers, to what, why? Like my husband loves me. He doesn't want me to have that shit. Well, one time I went to my husband, as a matter of fact, one time I went to him and I said I was going to get lip fillers. And he was like, I don't want you looking like Snooki. And he was like, you're beautiful the way you are. And the first date we ever had, he told me I didn't have to wear so much makeup because he liked me the way I am, Like I don't need all that crap. I don't want all that crap. It's weird. Just go to the gym and I'll just drink my collagen and someday if I want to inject, some sort of botulism into my face and make paralyze my face so that I don't have a wrinkle, that feels weird to me. I don't know. I'm not, it's just not like even putting dye on my hair is like, okay, so there's all this toxic, all these toxic heavy metals that are going to leach into my scalp and through my hair follicles. And then if I have nails there, I'm going to have all of these weird toxins on my nails and I'm going to have to, my nails won't be able to breathe and all of these things. Like my hair is not going to be able to breathe if I have all of these toxic chemicals on them. So on all of on my body. So I don't really want cancer. I don't really want to have a toxic overload. Yeah. So that pretty much, and like if they started making like lip fillers and face fillers that had like like stem cells that weren't made from fetuses that were like plant stem cells or something, maybe like, yeah, sure, cool. Maybe that's cool, if it didn't have like some sort of weird heavy metal or plastic bullshit in there that's going to give me a spoonful of plastic and give me Alzheimer's. Did I just go on a rant there? I think that's the first time I've gone down that rabbit hole with you guys. Well, here we are, you know. Anyways, back to the point. What was my point? My point was that person who, give me this shitty comment and had their whatever they had to say in their negative way must have been hurting pretty deeply to just say something like that to a complete stranger. Rude. People can be nasty, and I've learned over time that when people are nasty, that they're just bleeding out all over everything and making their own pain. And that, you don't want to absorb that. Like, I don't need that. I'm not into that. I'm not perfect, but I don't take things personally. There's one thing about me is I'm not easily offended. And, you'd think that a generation that grew up with South Park and Cartman wouldn't be easily offended because I certainly am not. I like really am not. And I see the child in people. And when someone's a dick to me or someone's rude to me, I see the child in them and I'm like, oh, for a minute it will sting, of course. Of course, but like I usually just am like, okay, like I guess if anybody out there knows me and actually knows me and knows my brother, you could probably understand how I'm able to take such verbal abuse because he's not very nice with his mouth. It's just that part of them that got bullied and wasn't hugged as a child, and so then you just gotta love people and joke with them back and let it go, whatever, never. Like, you think I need lip fillers? I think you need to go on Ozempic. Have a nice day. Ooh. I'm aging and I'm almost 40 years old and I don't have any plastic surgery stuff really, and I don't need that. And I know I'm beautiful, and my husband thinks I'm beautiful, and that's all that really matters to me. And as long as he thinks I'm beautiful, and as long as he loves me, then great. That's the only person I'm trying to impress. So, Internet, have your heyday there. And for all of you watching, love yourself enough that you don't need that validation from other people. Like, I really don't, and maybe it's because I'm almost 40. I don't need that validation from other people. Sure, would I think would I love to look like a Bratz doll? I mean, everyone looks like a Bratz doll that's a baddie, you know? Like I'm beautiful and I look a little different. I'm not it's like they're like top tier, whatever. Like I don't need that. And I'm not out there looking, and I'm not on the hunt. And a lot of women do it for themselves, but I like to be healthy. And so if I'm the healthiest, most optimal version of myself, then awesome. And that's what I like. And if that makes me beautiful, then great. And if not, then great. I'll be a little cackling old witch. Who cares? Who cares? You know? And what look at what you value. Just take a look at what you value when people make comments or nasty and they have something to say. Just take a look at what you value. Do you really care what they think? Do you really care what that person you've never met over in Florida, thinks about you? I certainly don't. And do you really care what all of those people think about what you like look like or what you drive or what your house is like? I mean, I can understand being disappointed in yourself and wishing that you were in a better place, because I certainly feel that. And after years of not taking care of my finances and years of addiction and years of just not being conscious, I'm eating that time. But in the Bible, it says that God will restore all the years that the locusts were eaten. And I truly believe that. And I believe that with all my heart. And I hope that you do too. Because whatever you've lost and whether it be time, beauty, is something that you've loved, someone that you've loved, whatever you've lost, all things can be restored. All things can be restored, you know so don't be so hard on yourself. Don't let internet meanies and bullies get you down. Or meanies and bullies in real life, because they're just hurting and that's just a reflection of their heart and where they're at. And maybe show them radical kindness and love, because that's really sometimes what we need to do in these situations. I mean, obviously you don't want to be hugging a tiger that's trying to eat you, but um, showing people love when they're surly is definitely something that we should all try to strive to do. I've learned how to work with the most difficult of people. Um, and the one thing I've learned about all difficult people, and especially people who have mean words to say, they're just hurting. They're just hurting and they're wishing that, oftentimes you have something that they wish they had. And I've been there, but I have made a choice to be consciously aware of how I show up in the world, and I haven't always been that way. And that's why I made a choice in my, in my 30s to show up in more of a uh, integral with more integrity and in truth and in love, and not in just like this surface level stuff, and ladies, if you're out there and you love lashes and you love lip fillers and veneers and nails and hair and all of that stuff, great. Do it, do you, boo boo. You do you, boo boo. But for me, I come at you guys kind of like just raw and real 90s vibe over here. I'm not into all that stuff. I kind of like it natural. So you're not going to catch me with lip fillers and all of those things. I've contemplated it. You'll catch me with some nails. You'll catch me with some hair dye. You might catch me with veneers, but you're not gonna catch me injecting any weird shit into my body. That is one thing you can guarantee that I will not do. Ugh, it freaks me out. So all of it, everything, all of it. No, no, no. Unless it was like saving my life, and that ain't life saving. So you do you. And you know what? If you're doing it because you want to please other people, just don't. It's yucko, you know? Don't put yourself through hell because someone has something to say and you started to feel like you were less than, you know? You don't need to feel that way. Remember what to do when you feel like shit, ladies? Anchor in. I'm sure someone will steal this from me somewhere. You know how Mel Robbins stole um uh let them theory. I'm sure there's going to be someone watching me that will say this and they'll start repeating it. And good, you know what? Whatever. Like I know where it comes from and it's something that I created from my heart, it's an analogy that, I've heard other people say it, but not in the way that I'm trying to say it. The anchor in. And the anchor in, if you're new here, um, it comes from a movie. It's not an anchor from a ship. We are from outer space here at Morning Moon, a little bit more spacey. So it's from gravity. And you have to anchor in so that you don't get lost to the gravity of space. Um, and um, I believe that building the foundation of wellness is the foundation of mental health. And I am on a mission to help people with their mental health because I lost my brother to suicide and I lost my uncle to medical mishap. So I'm on a dual mission to teach people about naturopathic medicine and natural interventions and integrative therapeutics and how to take charge of your wellness and your health. So that's my mission. I worked in naturopathic medicine on the ground floor with physicians for a very long time, since 2008, and now I'm just trying to bring it to the people. So if you are out there and you need help anchoring in and you need help with that process, whether it be in your personal life, your health, or your business, I am here to help you. Reach out to me. My website is www.lacyjwatson.com. It's always in the bio. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. We're almost to the end of the week. It's been a rough one. It has been a wild ride world, especially here in Wenatchee. Still praying for the Decker family. I'm praying for Whitney specifically. So anchor in, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely day. Ciao.